Hello again, everybody! Zack Attack is here with the Atakline for Monday, January 14th, 2013. Alright, let's kick it off with DJ Zack Attack news. Of course, DJ Zack Attack, began my new tour. Following the end of my YOLO tour about 2 weeks ago, I began my first new tour of 2013 entitled the Attack Army Tour, named after my beloved fan base. I did 2 shows to kick it off this past Friday. My first gig was the Alma Middle School lunches. And I was supposed to do Alma Middle lunches about a couple weeks ago, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, on of all days, 12/21/12. But it got postponed because Alma closed schools with other Latino schools because of the various things I mentioned on an attack line, I think, the day before on 12/20/12. But I finally did the lunches this past Friday. I've never done a middle school lunch, let alone an Alma lunch, because I've done lunches in high school, which I'm doing another one in February. Anyway, lunches at Alma, really weird doing middle school one, but different energy. Especially the 5th and 6th graders, there was 2 different lunches. One with 5th and 6th together. Yes, 5th graders go to the school, and 7th and 8th together. And 5th and 6th grade were very more amped up because they're young and they have a lot of energy. They danced a lot more than the 7th and 8th graders, a lot more shy. I think they're waiting for the dance in 3 weeks when the lights go down and I'm DJing with my dancing lights. And the dance in 3 weeks on February 1st. And after I did that lunches, which was fun lunches, interesting doing Alma lunches, I did a splash bash. Probably the best splash bash I've done in a while. The last one we did in December was great. Last January 2012 was a disappointment. January 2013, not a disappointment. Another big crowd, despite snow melting off a bit. It's going to get a little warm up here in Michigan. It was like, what, 60-something yesterday? Anyway, great splash bash. Most dance line people I've seen, we do like all the cha-cha slide, Cupid Shuffle. Most amount of kids I've seen dance in a long time in a splash bash. It was fun to see that happen. And ironically, I'm off. I'm on vacation for 3 weeks. Winter is my slowest time of the year. And what better way to come back in 3 weeks? My first gig's back is February 1st. I'm going to continue where I left off. This past Friday, I started my vacation after I did a splash bash in Almont. What am I going to do when I come back from break? Splash bash in Almont. This time Almont dance. So there I'm on vacation when it comes to DJing until February the 1st. Now, on with entertainment news, starting with your #1 movie in America. After only 1 week, Texas Chainsaw Massacre got massacred by Zero Dark 30, beating out Haunted House and even Gangsta Squad. I think Haunted House beat Gangsta Squad. It's #2, and Gangsta Squad was #3. So there you go. I think they made like $22 million. Zero Dark 30 did. Well, Zero Dark 30 took over the box office. Zero Dark 30, like many movies, were up for a big award last night. The Golden Globes for last night. Now, before I get to the winners and my thoughts on the winners, here's some of my moments that I liked last night. Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. I do not miss Ricky Gervais one bit. Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. I said it when they were announced as hosts. Great choices as hosts. Seth MacFarlane. You better top that at the Oscars. It's going to be tough to top Tina and Amy. I agree with many people I read on Facebook responses. I wish there was more segments with them, but the segments they did do were funny as hell. Some great jokes. I like the Catherine Bigelow joke about this whole controversy from Zero Dark 30. When it comes to torture, I trust the lady who was married for 3 years to James Cameron. That was funny. There was a lot of funny jokes from Tina and Amy during that opening monologue and other laugh-out-loud moments. Will Ferrell and Christian Wiig's speech during the they were presenting Best Movie Musical Comedy, and they were making fun of the movies and stuff, and it was kind of funny. Also, Jodie Foster's speech during the Cecil being the Mill speech, very revealing. I think some people knew she was gay, but proud for her. Although she did say she had a coming out speech years ago, and she also said she may be retiring from acting. So we'll see what happens there. But there you go. That's my favorite moments of the show. When it comes to the winners in the movies, the big winner was Les Miserables. I said it to my family about a couple of days ago. It was 10 years ago this year at the Golden Globes that Chicago, another musical-based movie, won all their awards that night they were nominated for mostly, winning Best Movie Musical Comedy, Best Actor Musical Comedy for Richard Gere, who I'm still stunned didn't get the Oscar nod, Best Actress in a Musical Comedy, Renee Zellweger. I think Catherine Zeta won for Best Supporting Actress. Well, last night, Les Mis won all their awards, besides Best Song, winning their 3 awards, most of the movies of the night, winning Best Movie Musical Comedy, Best Actress, Supporting Actress for Anne Hathaway. I liked her speech, especially the typecasting speech, especially she was the Princess Diaries, and Best Actor in Musical Comedy for Hugh Jackman. Could be a big statement for the Oscars. And speaking of Oscars, a big FU, a big middle finger was handed to the Oscars in the palm of Ben Affleck, who wasn't nominated for Best Director at the Oscars, which many people were very disappointed about. But at least Ben had the last laugh, winning Best Director last night at the Golden Globes, as well as Algo winning Best Drama Movie. Total tonight, Algo winning 2. And also Django Unchained also won 2, winning Best Supporting Actor in a Movie with Christoph Waltz. Then you won that same award for another Quentin Tarantino film, Inglourious Bastards. So, he won that award. And also, I think Django Unchained also won Best Screenplay, going to Quentin. Also, Lincoln only won 1 award despite being most nominated at Golden Globes and, of course, leveling the playing field at the Oscars. Lincoln won Best Actor in a Drama. Of course, that went to Daniel Day-Lewis for playing Lincoln. Zero Dark 30 did win an Oscar, Golden Globe as well, with Jessica Chastain winning Best Actress in a Drama. And Jennifer Lawrence winning Best Actress in Musical Comedy. When it comes to TV, My Beloved Modern got shut out as Girls pulled a surprise upset, winning Best Comedy Series, and also Lena Dunham, the creator and star, won Best Actress in a Musical Comedy TV show. Now, I haven't seen Girls. No, haven't I seen another nominated show, Big Bang Theory. I saw a lot of people as a Big Bang Theory should have won. In my mind, just because I don't watch those 2 shows, I believe Modern should have won. But I do agree with many on Facebook I've read comments for Modern is losing its touch. Although I did love the New Year's Eve episode. But Girls has been a critical wave. And Girls, people love it or hate it. But indeed it wins Best Comedy Series. While Homeland, like it did at the Emmys, swept all the drama TV categories, winning Best TV Drama, Best Actor TV Drama, and also Best Actress TV Drama for Claire Danes. Sweeping it, like I said, like they did at the Emmys. Speaking of like they did at the Emmys, Game Change, like the Emmys, won all of the awards, Muslim, for Best TV miniseries or made-for-TV movie, and Best Actress in a mini-TV series or movie. Of course, going to Julianne Moore. Ed Harris winning Best Supporting Actor in a TV series, miniseries, or TV movie. And Matthew McCoy is lost in that category again. But indeed, Kevin Costner, like the Emmys, did win Best Actor in a TV miniseries or TV movie. And so there you go. That's some of the Golden Globe winners. When it comes to Best Dress, I like Julianne Hough's dress. I thought Julianne Hough looked good. Adele looked great, making her first post-baby appearance. She did win the Best Song, which I knew she was going to at the Golden Globes. I Smell Oscar, of course, Best Song for Skyfall. And although she lost, good loser Taylor Swift, she didn't look good as well. I liked her dress. Jennifer Lawrence's dress I liked. A lot of good-looking chicks in their dresses last night, since this is the award season. So, you know, the girls in dresses, like I said, I like Julianne Hough's dress as well. I hated Lucy Liu's dress. Lena Dunham's dress, she couldn't even move in it. As everyone saw, she was struggling to climb up the stairs to accept the awards. So, there were some good-looking dresses last night, but I can't name them all to you. So, there you go. That's the results of the Golden Globe Awards. Now, on to music news on 2 90s artists coming back with songs. Starting with Justin Timberlake. Now, as I reported on Thursday's Atakline, Justin Timberlake posted on his website that he's indeed back in the studio working on his new album. And he had a countdown clock set for midnight this past Sunday, yesterday, for something happening. Well, it was a new song from his new album entitled The 2020 Experience. No release date yet. Of course, Justin likes teasing, so he's just going to give him a teaser with the first single from the album premiering this morning, Suit and Tie with Jay-Z, of course, produced by Timberlake. My thoughts on this song is like what everyone else is thinking. Not good. It's growing on me, but I think every JT fan can agree with me on this one. JT should have came out from the gate swinging head first with a badass dance number. But the Suit and Tie is kind of an okay number. When I heard like the first 30 seconds of it, every other suit and tie, getting, I was like, don't let this be the entire song. I was like, oh no, it's going to suck. But then it got going and I kind of liked it. Kind of sounded like a girl. Comparing it to another Justin I talked about, Bieber. Anyway, it's going to go on, people. It's going to make a big debut in the Hot 100. I'll make a big splash next week. It will debut in the Hot 100 this week, but just on radio playing, which I put on the radio already today. And it's okay. Jay-Z's part's kind of weird. It's kind of out of place. But anyway, I hope JT does come back with a better song. Hopefully Jessica Biel didn't soft him up. So there you go. JT back. New album, 2020 Experience, coming soon. And new single, Suit and Tie, out now. Meanwhile, another 90s group, like JT coming back, is Destiny's Child. This past week, they, of course, announced a greatest hits album, love songs, and a new song, Nuclear. Like JT's song, Nuclear was kind of a mid-tempo number. The harmonies are still there with Destiny's Child, of course, Beyonce, Michelle Williams, and Kelly Rowland. It was an okay song, like JT's Suit and Tie. Nuclear, I don't think it's going to do as well as JT's song, but Nuclear is okay, kind of a mid-tempo dance number like Suit and Tie. But it was okay from Destiny's Child, and of course, there's a lot of rumors about Destiny's Child making an appearance at Beyonce's halftime show during the Super Bowl. While that's going on, Beyonce revealed a sneak peek today of her upcoming documentary, Life is But a Dream. Of course, that'll premiere on HBO, I think February 16th, one around that area, so like after the Super Bowl. So there you go. Destiny's Child, new song, possible Super Bowl reunion. And Beyonce announces released a sneak preview of the documentary, now having a name, Life is But a Dream, including a little glimpse of Blue Ivy, the baby. Now, I mentioned JT, let's mention his ex again, Britney Spears. Now, as I also mentioned on Thursday, Britney Spears was rumoredly leaving the X Factor. She did confirm that exit early Friday afternoon. And also, not only did she confirm her leaving from the X Factor, she broke up her engagement with Jason Traywick. Now, I heard a lot of rumors about them having arguments because Jason Traywick, now being involved in Britney's conveyor ship, was acting more like a babysitter than a lover. Britney released a statement this past Friday saying that Britney and Jason have mutually agreed to end their one-year engagement as two mature adults that came to the difficult decision to go their separate ways while continuing to remain friends, since he's a lawyer, I think. Or she fired him as lawyer too. Britney added a statement to that saying, "I'll always adore him and we will always remain great friends." So there you go. Like I said, Britney is trying to get him out of his conveyor ship. Of course, that's what triggered this separation, with Jason being a co-conservator with Britney's father. Now, she doesn't mind her father taking control, but her boyfriend taking control and watching her every move and spying on her cell phone calls, that's kind of weird. But anyway, not only that, there's also rumors Britney's doing Vegas, a Vegas residency. So, because Vegas is getting a lot of acts there and there. You know, Shania's there, Celine's there again, Elton's coming back, Boyz II Men's doing a one, even Def Leppard's doing a Vegas residency. So who knows? Britney doing a Vegas residency? That could be big. But there you go. Britney leaving X Factor officially, splitting from her fiancé, Jason Traywick, and rumoredly doing a Vegas residency. I'm hearing may take place this spring. Now, on with sports, starting with my thoughts on the NFL Divisional games this past weekend. Now, Saturday was kind of a bad day for me. One of my favorite teams, the Broncos, lost in a nail-biter, intense game against the Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco great moves when he needed to. His arm was good. Some great moves, interception moves. Great Hail Mary pass in the second quarter and the fourth quarter as well. Broncos kicked things off in the beginning with a great kickoff return for the holiday guy. 2 of them, including an NFL record 104-yard kickoff return to kick off the second half. That was awesome, but in the end, the Broncos lost to the Ravens in a shocker. And I thought Broncos was going to win this thing, but they did lose 35-38. Ravens go on to the AFC Championship, extending Ray Lewis's career by another week. And the other AFC Divisional game, which took place Sunday night, was my other team, the Pats, taking on the Texans, following an intense game in the NFC, which I'll get to in a moment, that Sunday afternoon. The Pats, despite decent play for the Texans, destroyed them 41-28. In another decent game. It was kind of exciting, but of course, Brady. They only got intercepted once that game, but of course, Pats will face off against the Ravens in the AFC Championship. Now, if the Ravens did not win, we would have number 1 and number 2 seed in the AFC going head-to-head, which everyone expected. But of course, Ravens pulled the surprise upset. But in the NFC, it will be the number 1 and 2 seed facing off. First things first, Saturday night's game. San Francisco 49ers defeated the Green Bay Packers at home. Colin Kaepernick proving he is going to be the starter for San Francisco, taking San Francisco once again to the NFC Championship for the second year in a row, defeating the 49ers, defeating the Packers 45-31 in an intense game. Speaking of intense game, the opponent for the 49ers will be determined yesterday as the Falcons took on the Seahawks. Falcons, I woke up late yesterday. I saw the score at the beginning of the second quarter, 20-0. I was like, change the channel. But in the half, Seahawks came out alive, eventually coming back to get the lead with 30 seconds left, 28-27. But Atlanta scored a field goal 10 seconds. It was a very intense nail-biter of a game, which everyone expected a blowout. But of course, the Seahawks came alive in the second half, coming back to at least almost win it. But of course, like I said, Falcons got the field goal with 30 seconds left. So that means Falcons, the number 1 seed, will be facing off against the number 2 seed, San Francisco, in the NFC Championship next week. While Broncos lost to the Ravens, Ravens take on the Pats. I say 49ers, Pats. That's my picks for the NFC and AFC Championship games. So I expect some decent games Sunday afternoon and evening with the AFC NFC Championship. Of course, they both take place Sunday the 19th, the 20th. The NFC Championship first, then the AFC game after it. Now, on with some wrestling news, starting with TNA Genesis results from their first pay-per-view of 2013. Of course, the first pay-per-view until, well, March, since they got the new strategy. Having only 4 big pay-per-views, then 7 pre-tape, which they did pre-tape over the weekend, including returns of Crimson and Jerry Lynn. Sorry about the phone calls. A lot of phone calls today. Anyway, basically, everyone unfortunately retained their titles. First things first, we had the World Tag Team Championship. Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez retained over Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan. Thank God. And in the X Division Tournament Final, Kenny King lost to Christian York. While Christian York had the match with RVD immediately following that, losing to RVD in a decent match from what I heard. Then, with a little help from Aces and Eights, Devon defeated Joseph Park, a.k.a. Abyss. And also, Jeff Hardy, despite all the odds, defeated Austin Aries and Bobby Roode to retain the TNA World Heavyweight Championship in an okay triple threat from what I read, because I didn't watch it because of the Golden Globes. Now, also happening during the pay-per-view, besides those title matches, we had Mr. Anderson taking on Samoa Joe, who indeed won. Anderson did, with help from Aces and Eights. After Joe being distracted, Anderson got the victory. Meanwhile, in a gauntlet match to determine the next number 1 contender for the Knockouts title, it was Velvet Sky winning it. So that means Velvet will get a shot against Tara, I'm guessing, at an Impact since they're not having another pay-per-view till lockdown. Speaking of number one contenderships, they revealed on Twitter before the pay-per-view on Dixie's Twitter that James Storm's match against Christopher Daniels would be a number one contenders match for the world title. Winner takes on the champ on the 24th. Next week's Impact. With little help from Kazarian, Christopher Daniels got the victory on Storm, and that means Daniels will be taking on Jeff Hardy next week on Impact, since this week they're focusing on Brooke and Bully Ray's wedding. And also, Sting got a victory over Doc, and Ace and Ace didn't help in that one, didn't interfere in that one. But the Ace and Ace tried to attack Sting after the match, and Bully Ray came out for the rescue. So there you go. That is, of course, the results from last night's TNA pay-per-view. Of course, Genesis. Now, on with WWE Raw preview for the night. 20th anniversary of Raw tonight. Start off with the top 5 questions must be answered tonight. Question number 5. Who is going to be inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame? Now, this past Friday, the pending announcement that was supposed to be made tonight was leaked, as it was rumored to be Mick Foley to be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2015, and is now official. The ceremonies in MSG were a better place to have it. To have Mick Foley's induction in MSG, a prolific venue for Foley, who in my mind deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Come on, when you recognize for one of the most influential moments in WWE history, one of the most replayed moments in history, the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker, and being one of the most beloved faces and one of the most charming guys ever. I met Mick Foley twice, and he's an awesome guy. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He deserves to have a nice day. But Mick Foley may not be the only name announced. 2 rumored names have been mentioned. One could be mentioned tonight besides Mick Foley. I'm hearing rumors about Bang Bang Bigelow and King Kong Bundy, who, despite lack of influence when it comes to championship wins, they have indeed somewhat influenced, especially Bang Bang Bigelow wrestling Lawrence Taylor, one of the big matches against football guys, kind of influencing other people like Floyd Mayweather to wrestle, stupidly, but anyway. Of course, King Kong Bundy, 30-second win at WrestleMania. By the way, it was WrestleMania match. Ironically, the same WrestleMania, Bam Bam Bigelow took on Lawrence Taylor when King Kong Bundy took on The Undertaker. So, there you go. We'll see if any more names for Hall of Fame are announced besides Mick Foley tonight. Question number 4. What will go down with the Divas title tonight? Now, the only match announced for this Raw 20th anniversary of Raw thing is Caitlyn taking on Eve. Now, Caitlyn last week had a chance to win it, but Eve got counted out. And I'm hearing that Eve is leaving the company. Now, everybody's leaving the WWE now. You know, in the last year, we lost Beth Phoenix, Bella Twins, and Kelly. Now we're losing Eve, who was an okay diva, but now, with her leaving, the divas are really slimmed down. We got Tamina, AJ left, Natalia's not doing much. Same with Oksana, so we'll see what will the Divas division do without Eve. Caitlyn will probably win the Divas Championship tonight, since Eve's apparently leaving. So we'll see what happens there. And Caitlyn's okay, so we'll see where the Divas division goes from here with Eve leaving, apparently, tonight. Question number 3. What legends will be appearing tonight? Now, since this is in Texas, big reports are flying about Stone Cold Steve Austin, since he wasn't on Raw 1000. Shawn Michaels could make an appearance. Undertaker could make an appearance. I'm hearing rumors he's wrestling CM Punk at WrestleMania, so he could eye Punk or whatever. So we'll see what happens there. And who else shows up? Now the Hall of Famers or not. See who else appears. I know Edge isn't coming. He's got death in the family. Bret Hart could be coming, but he didn't like his treatment on Raw 1000, so who knows what happened there. Who will appear? Maybe Mick Foley will, just help it. Hall of Fame induction. Who knows who will show up tonight when it comes to legends. It'd be really awesome to see Taker and Michaels there. They were on the very first Raw. Bret Hart too, but see what happens with the legends. Question number 2. Will any new participants and any new matches be made for the Royal Rumble? Now, I'm hearing rumors that a possible spoiler was leaked with linking that John Cena may end up winning the Rumble and facing The Rock in WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, especially now with rumors about Punk against Taker. So, We'll see if those rumors hold true. Hope not, because I don't want seeing them in the Rumble again. But anyway, I know Cena's of course in it, Orton's in it, Sheamus is in it, and San Carl may be coming back tonight. I hope Christian comes back. Also in it, Antonio Cesaro I think was added along with the 3MB, Ziggler. So we'll see who else gets added and any other new matches being made for the pay-per-view, especially the World title situation now that we have a new champion, Alberto Del Rio, winning on SmackDown this past Friday. That's weird. Now he's a face or whatever. Now, number one question, speaking of championship. We'll go down the Rock concert tonight. Yes, the Rock concert is back. And we'll see what Rock has to say about CM Punk, especially since Punk dissed him on Raw after SmackDown from Miami Hurricane Stadium. So what will Rock have to say about Punk? Last week's promo was okay. Hopefully Rock and Punk can interact a little better tonight. And Rock can finally say the millions and millions, which he didn't do last week. And smell what Rock is cooking. He didn't say that either last week during his numerous catchphrase sayings. So what will happen in that Raw? We'll find out at 8 on USA Network. 20 years of Raw. Wow, cannot believe it. This week's the 20th anniversary of that debut Raw. That is it for today's Atakline. See you all later. A little lengthy today, but hey, got a lot of things to say. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. See you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Yeah.